Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is dipping currently and why you should buy that dip. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of this morning's pre-market analysis video right after the intro. All right, y'all, right off the bat, again, I've been giving y'all a bunch of warnings about the market. It was downtrading and it wasn't looking too good at all. All right, it breached that previous level of support, as you can see here, got bought up overnight, and now we're back in that level. Okay, this is the danger zone. We're about to head a lot, like I think we're about to head a lot lower towards around 38.60. All right, so keep that in mind as you are trading the market. Like, the market right now is not looking too good. It's very bearish, and this right here, if we see a very ferocious dip right here, then this will be a great dip buy. All right, this is something that you do not want to miss, so be on the cautious side, be very patient with the market, and I will follow up on this one again in the morning. Now, the stock that all of y'all are looking at on the thumbnail, that stock is Palantir. All right, and Palantir, that stock, we've talked about it before multiple times. We made money on here multiple times. All right, and it had a previous dip. I covered it again over here, provided a nice opportunity to make some gains. Then it rolled over again, and apparently their lockup period for investors, again, that lockup period came to pass and the stock dipped some more. And right now is a great time for all of you long-term investors to accumulate at the lows. All right, it's been beaten down by quite a lot, by more than 40% from the previous highs of $45. And right now in aftermarket it's at 26 bucks. It could move up even higher towards 27.50 so that we can see our morning star. All right, so be on the lookout for that one. I like Palantir where it is. I saw in the news session that a lot of analysts are downgrading the stock and pretty much giving it a price target of $17, of 20 bucks. They want the stock to tank all the way over here. All right, and if it does, it's perfectly fine, because again, for long-term investors, this one is a golden opportunity for you to buy this dip. I'm not bearish on the company. All right, fundamentally I'm not bearish on the company. So every time it goes low like this, then again, dollar cost averaging. All right, that is what I'm doing. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing regarding Palantir. All right, so keep that in your watch list. Buy the dip, just like y'all should have bought the dip this morning on Merc. All right, and for Merc, I told y'all that this was a golden opportunity, kind of like what Palantir is looking like right now. All right, it's looking kind of similar to it, and I told y'all to wait patiently. Pre-market, the stock was right at 75.73. I told y'all to buy it at this level or lower. It gracefully fell even faster, right? It fell even faster, and all of this right here was supposed to be all you. This right here, for day traders, this was a nice opportunity to make money to the long side. For swing traders, this would have been a good entry for the swing trade, right? All the way back up to right over here around 80 bucks. All right, so keep this one on your watch list for a dip buy as well. I'm not bearish on this one, and since we're talking about buying the dip, we're gonna talk about another stock, KO. And KO looks spectacular in my eyes. I wasn't bearish before, and I'm still not bearish. I'm still holding. I'm still not bearish. This one is a hold for me. The price target is still the same. Buy the dip. That is the theme of this video. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section, the very first one that we're going to cover, that stock is EHTH. I told you I will follow up on this one, and I gave you a very specific warning about this stock. And this is a very good example, again, for all of you who are beginners. right, who are new to the channel, I always say never hold anything through earnings. I always say that, right? Because this could always happen, regardless of how good the earnings, like the company's earnings are. And over here, it looks like they missed the earnings, they missed their estimates, and their sales also missed the estimates, right? And this is the aftermath of it. Usually, when companies miss expectations, like the drop is usually more significant. I was expecting something like as low as $45 at least. Maybe it might even drop there tomorrow, right? As the market is like collapsing right now. But yeah, maybe it might even drop tomorrow since it just tanked right after earnings. Earnings were terrible. Reaction is terrible. So be on the lookout for that one. Let's see the daily charts. The daily chart is not looking bad at all. Again, it moved down to here will be very nice. So be very patient with it, all right? Especially after it didn't do too hot in earnings. The next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is SOS. And so for the person who asked about SOS, SOS has an option chain on there, all right? It has an option chain. It went up very, very quickly, and like all stocks that go up very, very quickly, they all suffer the same fate. So expect the stock to go all the way down to $8. I'm not bullish on this one. I would not tell you to buy the dip on this one. No, I will tell you to be very, very patient. It's not done dropping. If you're holding puts, then you're most likely gonna get paid tomorrow. Okay, so keep this one on your watch list for a continuation to the downside. I would not buy this dip. It's just too early, and there's room at the bottom for this thing to tank, and the market also wants to drop just a little bit further before reversing the scores. All right, so keep that one on your watch list for a short for all of you short sellers. And the same thing applies for this stock. The same thing applies to another stock called SENS, SENS. Yeah. And to the person who have been asking about this, it had a massive move. It had a great move actually, all the way up to 550, and now their stock is exhausted. It's showing a dark cloud cover at the top. Short sellers are not letting go of this thing. I personally think that it's going to drop to at least 350. All right, maybe even lower, but at least like 350 for sure. All right, I'm not bullish on this one, and I do not expect a surprise coming from the stock. It's very overextended from the lows of like 35 cents all the way up to $5. It needs to come back down. All right, short sellers are shorting this thing, and they're not letting go. The next one that we're going to be covering, that one is almost near its bottom. Actually, no, it's not near its bottom. Gevo's not. It got room to tank. I thought it was. I thought I was thinking about another stock, but no. We're gonna get to that one that was in my mind in a second. But Gevo has more room to drop for sure. It has more room to drop. Did buy opportunity around $8, maybe even $7. Just somewhere in here will be very, very nice. There's an island gap reversal at the top. A lot of FOMO buyers, the people who thought that the stock was gonna go all the way up to $25, right? The people who bought calls over here are all trapped in an island, and it's just collapsing right now. And the lower it goes, the more fear kicks in, and the lower it drops. So keep this one on your watch list for a dip buy near like $7 to $8. Okay, $7 to $8. Gevo has options. Yes, it does. Okay. So keep that one on your watch list. So that's actually why I'm addressing it, because it has options. Stocks that don't have options, I do not bring it up, because on this channel we trade options 100% of the time. All right. So the next one that I'm going to be covering, that one is UAVS. And UAVS, somebody asked me to do a review on this one. As y'all can see, the stock took a massive hit this morning. There was actually a short report by Bonita's Research earlier in the day. Somebody could argue that yes, the stock tanked because of the short report. The way I see it, all right, the way I personally see it is this: the stock collapsed for a very simple reason. All right. So again, like I said, some people think that the short report was the reason why Again, if you didn't, before the short report came out, you should have known that this was bearish, like right out the gates. All right. And then there was actually another opportunity to make money to the short side, right? Intraday. It's right here. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's right there. All right. I didn't draw that right over here, right? It's very easy, very simple. There was two opportunities to make bank on this move. All right. So if you're shorting this, if you are still shorting this, I will tell you don't be too greedy because it's ready to bounce. Like worst case scenario for the dip buyers, it actually drops like $7, maybe even 750 before we see another move back up here. All right. Worst case scenario, which is also the best case scenario. It depends on how you want to look at it. Again, it depends on how you want to look at it. I wouldn't be too greedy shorting this thing. You should be covering because the bounce is coming very soon. That is my very honest opinion for UAVS. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel grow faster and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul and Guma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And also, if all of this is new to you, you're brand new to the market, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to have all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with Webull. Use my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video tomorrow morning at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. Enjoy the outro.